talking about. I want to live.
She wants to live just like I do.
What's your name?
Pete.
Pete who?
Pete Parisi.
She wants to live just like I do. They beat the shit.
Okay. What
do you think they'll do to you when they arrest you?
For what?
They'll beat the shit out of you. I slipped and fell getting out of the police car is what's on my report. I slipped and fell getting out of the police car is what's on my report. What's on? I slipped and fell getting out of the police car. I've still got the scar. This is 2 months old. I've still got the scar from the son of a bitches, and it's Apperson that beat the shit out of me, and there's a MERS that's also in there too.
Hi, we're in Granite City at the Granite City police station, and we saw some protesters here with an organization called CAPA. What does CAPA stand for?
Citizens Against Police Abuse.
Now, could you tell us your version of what happened? What's the story?
I was arrested for disorderly conduct.
Where were you?
Where I was leaving a bar from playing darts in a bar in a tavern right here in Granite City. I was leaving the bar. I was walking home. A dog attacked me. The owner of the dog called the police. The police came, didn't ask no questions. They maced me. They beat the out of me.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a carpet installer for a carpet company.
Oh,
right?
Really? I know a friend of mine who is in that business. Do you know him? His name is Walter Wall. Have we got any other victims here? Have we got any other victims? We want to talk to some more victims. Hold on a second. Hold on.
I'm a landlord, and my tenant that lives right behind me, some little kids were vandalizing his van, and he had ran the kids off, so they went and called the police, and he was in his own home cooking and cutting up a chicken, and he answered the door, and he had a cleaver knife in his hand, and they pulled him out of his house and arrested him because he had a cleaver knife in his hand when he answered the door. He hadn't done anything wrong except answering the door with a meat cleaver in his hand. He was the one that got arrested for answering his door with a meat cleaver.
What happened to you?
Well, they pulled a gun out at me, and we was at 2419 Logan. We was playing, and I was holding BBs, and this guy the cops come through the alley and pulled a gun out at me, and I took off running.
They arrested me, took me down, fingerprinted me, mugshotted me because I couldn't get a furnace to light in 3 hours. The cops come down and they pull my coat up over my head, and this cop patted my body all down. I said, "What are you looking for?" And he never did tell me what he was looking for.
Looking for a free field.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. And it was a man doing this to me.
Look at this. Look at this. Cops did this abuse, so they say. We don't know if it's true or not, but we know they're saying it. What happened to your son here? This is your son?
Yes, that's my son.
And what was the problem here?
The problem is the 911 call, and I didn't get the call. I didn't get the help that I needed. So instead of the ambulance came, my police came instead of ambulance.
I was 3 months pregnant, and I was arrested.
Your first child?
Yes. I was arrested for disorderly conduct.
Where were you?
What?
Where were you when you got arrested?
In my home.
How did the police happen to be there?
They got called.
By who?
My mother.
And you know, they always on the white people's side, and they told me if I wanted to mess with niggers to get out of Granite City.
Yeah, they told me to go.
Really?
Another.
You're in an interracial marriage?
I am in an interracial relationship. My son got into a fight, okay? Him and 3 other kids. I had this child bruised up from top to the bottom by white growing up people that did it in the projects when I was leaving.
Have you tried talking to the police about all these problems you're saying you have?
I called the chief of police, and he told me he said that it's not true, and their men do their jobs and this and that. But I have to run away from my home, hide in their house for 3 days because there was people that threatened me to beat me up, me and my children, and they didn't protect us, so we had to leave our home.
All right, well, we have any more victims here? We're looking for victims, always looking for victims on Worldwide Magazine. Thank you very much, folks. We're always looking for new victims. We're looking for new victims. You might want to ask, where are all the new victims coming from? Because, of course, we need a constant supply of victims here at Worldwide Magazine.
This is my son, Larry Severs Jr. He was convicted for 6 years for beating up the police officers, but they're the ones that beat him up. All he had was a scratch. All the police officer had was a scratch on her eyebrow, and a jammed finger, and a kick to a groin.
The police are wonderful.